20. Youngest handsome black actors who are gay. Hollywood loves to create stars, but it doesn't always celebrate those who dare to live their truth. In this video, we expose 20 of the youngest, most handsome black actors who proudly embrace being gay or queer, shattering stereotypes, redefining masculinity, and rewriting the rules of fame. Their courage has inspired millions, but it has also sparked controversy. Some fans call them trailblazers. Others say they're too much for the industry to handle. So, where do you stand? Stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the discussion right here on Legends of Black Excellence. Brown Miles. Brown Miles represents a new generation of handsome black actors who are unafraid to live authentically. Growing up in a vibrant, multicultural neighborhood, he was surrounded by creativity from an early age. Both of his parents were artists, and their passion for self-expression inspired him to experiment with performance poetry and dance, long before he stepped onto a professional stage. Instead of hiding his differences, Miles chose to use them as fuel, shaping an identity that would guide his artistic journey. By the time he reached his teenage years, he had already recognized his sexuality, a revelation that came with both challenges and opportunities. While many of his peers struggled in silence, Miles drew strength from LGBTQ+ community spaces where openness and authenticity were celebrated. Bullying and rejection were part of his reality, but rather than allowing those experiences to crush him, he transformed them into a deeper commitment to storytelling. At college, he pursued a degree in performing arts, merging theater, spoken word, and modern dance into a unique personal style. His shows were not just entertainment, they became acts of resistance, tackling issues of identity, race, and love in ways that resonated with diverse audiences. As his career grew, so did his role as an activist. Miles began speaking at schools and community events, encouraging young queer individuals to embrace their truth and never settle for invisibility. He frequently highlights the importance of mental health, openly discussing his own battles with anxiety and depression. That vulnerability has made him relatable to fans who see their own struggles mirrored in his story. Would you find strength in an actor who shares not only his success, but also his most painful truths? Miles has expanded his influence by writing a critically acclaimed memoir, collaborating with organizations dedicated to amplifying marginalized voices and mentoring aspiring artists who often lack representation. His handsome screen presence and raw honesty have positioned him as both a star and a role model. Unlike celebrities who chase fame, Miles insists that visibility should always serve a larger purpose, creating a world where no one feels silenced because of who they are. His journey proves that artistry and activism can coexist, and that beauty is not just in appearance, but in courage. Jabari Banks. Jabari Banks is one of the youngest and most striking black actors to rise in recent years, embodying both charm and talent while stepping into one of the most iconic roles in television. Born in 1998 in West Philadelphia, Jabari's roots are deeply connected to the same city that inspired the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. His upbringing was rich with music, art, and culture, and those influences shaped his artistic vision long before Hollywood called. From a young age, he showed a natural gift for performance, often participating in school plays and community theater, where his confidence and charisma made him stand out. After graduating from the University of the Arts in Philadelphia, where he studied musical theater, Jabari was perfectly positioned for a breakthrough. That moment came when he was cast as Will Smith in Peacock's Bel-Air, a reimagined dramatic version of the 1990s sitcom. With the weight of such a beloved role on his shoulders, Jabari not only met expectations, but exceeded them, delivering a layered portrayal that explored themes of race, class, and personal identity. His presence on screen captured national attention, and his handsome, youthful look only added to his appeal. What sets Jabari apart is how his career intersects with conversations around LGBTQ+ representation. Although he has not publicly placed a label on his sexuality, his work and public persona often emphasize authenticity, inclusion, and breaking free from traditional molds. Fans see him as part of a broader movement of young actors who challenge stereotypes simply by being true to themselves. Do you think a new generation of actors like Jabari has the power to redefine what masculinity and stardom look like in Hollywood? Beyond his acting, Jabari is also a singer-rapper and fashion-forward figure, proving that he is more than just a one-role wonder. His social media presence shows an artist who is proud of his roots, yet unafraid to push boundaries, inspiring many young people who struggle with identity and visibility. At just his mid-20s, Jabari Banks represents the future of Black Hollywood, talented, stylish, authentic, and determined to make space for every story that deserves to be told. His journey is only beginning, but already he stands as a beacon of possibility, reminding audiences that the most powerful performance an actor can give is to live without apology. Isaiah Stokes. Isaiah Stokes is a multi-talented actor, musician, and playwright whose presence in entertainment reflects both resilience and artistry. Born and raised in the South Bronx, New York, he grew up in an environment where hip-hop theater and storytelling were everywhere, shaping his creative outlook from childhood. With a natural gift for expression, he gravitated toward school plays, local theater productions, and community performances, finding an outlet where his charisma and intensity quickly stood out. His passion for telling stories eventually led him to major in theater arts, where he began to develop the versatility that would later define his career. As Isaiah matured, he also confronted the complexities of identity. Living openly as a gay Black man in an industry that has historically sidelined queer voices required courage and determination. Instead of concealing who he was, he leaned into authenticity, using his platform to show that personal truth can fuel powerful performances. This honesty resonated deeply with fans who were looking for actors they could relate to, not just for their characters, but for the lives they lived off-screen. His journey highlights how visibility is more than symbolic. It has the power to break down harmful stereotypes. Do you believe that an actor's openness about their identity can transform the way audiences connect with their stories? Isaiah's acting career gained traction with appearances in popular television series and independent films where he proved his ability to embody complex characters. His roles often explore themes of survival, love, and resilience, mirroring his own lived experiences. At the same time, he stepped behind the camera and into producing, determined to create opportunities for marginalized voices and narratives that mainstream Hollywood often ignores. This dual commitment to his craft and to inclusivity has made him a respected figure not only for his talent, but also for his vision of a more equitable industry. Beyond acting, Isaiah is an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and social justice. He frequently mentors young queer artists, offering guidance on navigating a career while staying true to themselves. His workshops and community outreach emphasize that representation in media is vital not just for entertainment, but for cultural progress. Handsome, talented, and unapologetically authentic Isaiah Stokes represents the strength of living without compromise. His career is proof that the combination of vulnerability and artistry can ignite change, leaving a lasting mark on both Hollywood and the audiences who see themselves reflected in him. Justice Smith. Justice Smith is one of Hollywood's most promising young Black actors, admired not only for his striking looks, but also for his versatility and honesty. Born on August 9, 1995 in Los Angeles, California, Justice grew up in a family that valued creativity. With African American and Jewish heritage, he experienced a unique blend of cultures that shaped his worldview and added depth to the characters he would later portray. His natural inclination toward performance led him to the Orange County School of the Arts, where he refined his acting skills and prepared for a future in the spotlight. His big break came in 2016 with Netflix's critically acclaimed The Get Down, in which he played Ezekiel Zeke Figueroa, a young poet and aspiring rapper navigating life in the Bronx during the birth of hip-hop. The show's combination of music history and identity gave Justice the perfect platform to showcase his raw talent. Soon after, he reached global audiences with Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom 2018, where his role as Franklin Webb introduced him to mainstream blockbuster cinema. By his mid-20s, Justice had already proven he could handle both indie projects and billion-dollar franchises. What makes him even more powerful as a public figure is his openness about his sexuality. Justice has spoken candidly about being part of the LGBTQ+ community, emphasizing the importance of authenticity in an industry that still struggles with representation. He acknowledges the difficulties of coming out in Hollywood, but insists that visibility can inspire others to embrace their truth. Do you think more actors should use their platforms like Justice does to spark conversations about identity and equality? Beyond film and television, Justice has also appeared on stage and continues to choose roles that challenge stereotypes. His performances often highlight resilient self-discovery and the intersections of race and sexuality, making him relatable to a wide spectrum of viewers. Off-screen, he uses his voice to advocate for social justice, participating in campaigns that demand greater inclusion in the arts. Handsome, articulate, and deeply authentic Justice Smith is more than an actor. He is a role model for a new generation of fans who want to see themselves reflected on screen. His journey proves that embracing one's identity can be both liberating and transformative, not only for the individual, but also for the culture they help shape. Nicholas L. Ashe. Nicholas L. Ashe has quickly become one of the most captivating young black actors of his generation, admired for his striking looks, emotional depth, and unwavering authenticity. Born in 1995 in the United States, Nicholas discovered his passion for storytelling early through school plays and local theater productions. Unlike many who struggle to find their voice, he embraced the stage as a space to express both joy and vulnerability. His dedication eventually led him to professional training, where he sharpened his craft and prepared for the demanding world of television and film. His breakthrough came with the OWN series Queen Sugar Executive, produced by Oprah Winfrey and directed by Ava DuVernay. As Micah West, Nicholas delivered a nuanced performance that earned critical praise, portraying a young man navigating the complexities of family, race, and identity. His handsome screen presence and ability to portray raw emotion made him stand out immediately, turning him into a fan favorite and an actor to watch. But what makes Nicholas remarkable is not only his talent, it is his courage to live authentically as a gay man in Hollywood. Nicholas has spoken openly about his journey, emphasizing the importance of visibility for LGBTQ+ individuals, especially queer black men. By sharing his truth, he has become a role model for young people grappling with similar questions of identity and belonging. His interviews often highlight the challenges of breaking through in an industry that still wrestles with stereotypes. Yet Nicholas believes that art can be a mirror and a bridge helping audiences connect across divides. Do you feel more inspired when actors bring their authentic selves into the characters they play? Beyond acting, Nicholas has participated in advocacy campaigns for LGBTQ+ rights, lending his voice to initiatives that promote acceptance and mental health awareness. His social media presence reflects not only his career achievements, but also his desire to uplift and encourage his community. Fans admire not just his physical appeal, but also the confidence with which he carries his truth. At under 30 years old, Nicholas L. Ashe has already proven that he is more than just a handsome actor. He is a storyteller, committed to expanding representation on screen. By intertwining his personal truth with his craft, he reminds us that visibility matters and that strength lies in honesty. With every role he takes on, Nicholas is carving a path for the next generation of artists to follow without fear. Kenan Lonsdale. Kenan Lonsdale is one of the most handsome and dynamic black actors of his generation, admired for his charm, versatility, and unapologetic authenticity. Born on December 19, 1991, in Sydney, Australia, he grew up in a multicultural household that nurtured his love for creativity. From an early age, Kenan excelled in both acting and dance, which eventually led him to appear in Dance Academy, an Australian series that showcased his extraordinary physicality and emotional range. This breakthrough prepared him for international recognition. Hollywood soon came calling, and Keenan became widely known for his role as Wally West, also known as Kid Flash, on the hit CW series The Flash. His youthful good looks and natural charisma won him a devoted fan base, while his portrayal of a superhero brought visibility to a new generation of viewers. Yet what truly set him apart was not just the cape and lightning, it was the courage to be honest about who he was. In 2017, Keenan publicly came out as queer, a decision that inspired countless young fans around the world who had never before seen a black actor with his profile living so openly. That same year, he appeared in the groundbreaking film Love, Simon 2018, where he played Bram, the love interest of the main character. The movie was one of the first mainstream teen rom-coms to center around a gay protagonist, and Keenan's performance was praised for its warmth and relatability. His role cemented him not only as a heartthrob, but as an advocate for representation. Do you think seeing more queer characters in mainstream films like Love, Simon helps audiences accept love in all its forms? Beyond acting, Keenan has developed a career as a musician, releasing singles such as Kiss the Boy, which celebrate queer love and freedom. His music videos and performances are bold statements of self-expression, blending fashion art and storytelling into something uniquely his own. He has also become a symbol of gender-fluid style, often appearing on red carpets in daring, non-conforming outfits that challenge traditional ideas of masculinity. Keenan Lonsdale stands as a beacon of courage for young queer people of color in the entertainment industry. Handsome, talented, and fiercely authentic, he proves that living truthfully is not a limitation but a superpower. His journey continues to inspire, showing that representation, when combined with artistry, has the power to change culture itself. Jeremy Pope. Jeremy Pope is a strikingly handsome and immensely talented black actor whose rise in Hollywood and on Broadway has been nothing short of groundbreaking. Born on November 9, 1992 in Orlando, Florida, he grew up with a passion for the arts that quickly blossomed into a career spanning stage, film, and television. After attending the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York, Jeremy's determination paid off when he made history on Broadway by earning Tony Award nominations in 2 different categories in the same season, a rare feat that established him as a force to be reckoned with. His breakthrough roles came in the Broadway productions Choir Boy and Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations, where his powerful voice and magnetic stage presence won over critics and audiences alike. He later transitioned to film with The Inspection 2022, a deeply personal project in which he portrayed a young gay black man navigating the challenges of military life. The film earned him widespread acclaim and a Golden Globe nomination, proving his ability to embody raw emotional storytelling on screen. What sets Jeremy apart is his fearless embrace of authenticity. Openly gay, he uses his platform to advocate for greater LGBTQ+ visibility and to challenge stereotypes about masculinity and queerness in Hollywood. His honesty has made him a role model for countless young people who often feel unseen. Do you believe that actors like Jeremy, who merge activism with artistry, are helping to transform the future of representation in entertainment? In addition to his stage and screen work, Jeremy Pope has become a sought-after presence in fashion, often celebrated for his sharp sense of style and boundary-pushing looks on red carpets. He is not just a performer, but also a cultural influencer, merging art identity and visibility in a way that captivates fans worldwide. His advocacy extends beyond performance as he continues to speak out about the importance of diversity, mental health, and the responsibility artists carry when they have a platform. Jeremy Pope embodies the qualities of a new generation of entertainers, handsome, talented, authentic, and unafraid to take risks. With every role, he deepens his impact, not only as an actor, but also as a voice for inclusivity and justice. His journey reflects the power of representation and the undeniable truth that when talent meets courage, the result is cultural change. Alex Newell. Alex Newell is a powerhouse of talent whose handsome presence, soaring vocals, and authenticity have made them one of the most unforgettable figures in modern entertainment. Born on August 20th, 1992 in Lynn, Massachusetts, Alex grew up in a supportive environment that encouraged artistic exploration. From early school plays to local performances, their love for the stage was undeniable. After the loss of a parent at a young age, Alex poured themselves into music and theater, finding both healing and purpose in performance. Their big break came in 2011 when they joined the reality competition, The Glee Project. That opportunity led to a recurring role on the hit series Glee as Unique Adams, one of the first transgender characters portrayed with nuance and heart on mainstream television. Alex's dynamic performances, both dramatic and musical, resonated deeply with audiences who had rarely seen such representation before. Their time on Glee not only showcased their extraordinary vocal range, but also introduced them to millions of viewers around the world. Alex's career continued to soar in theater. Their role in the Broadway revival of Once on This Island earned widespread acclaim, culminating in a Tony Award nomination. More recently, Alex made history again by winning the Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical in 2023 for their role in Shucked, becoming one of the few openly non-binary performers to receive such recognition. Do you think groundbreaking achievements like Alex's inspire the next generation to believe that barriers in entertainment can truly be broken? Open about being gender non-binary and using he, they pronouns, Alex has become a vocal advocate for visibility and inclusion. They often stress that art is a tool for change, and that performers have the power to reshape culture by embracing their truth. Beyond Broadway and television, Alex's music career has flourished with singles like Kill the Lights and Nobody to Love showcasing their ability to blend powerful vocals with infectious energy. What makes Alex Newell so captivating is not just their talent, but their fearlessness. Handsome, stylish, and unapologetically authentic, they embody the possibility of living without compromise. Alex represents resilience for those who have been marginalized, and a reminder that true artistry comes from honesty. Their journey continues to inspire, proving that the stage and the world can be transformed by those bold enough to take it on their own terms. Noah Ricketts. Noah Ricketts is a striking young black actor whose combination of good looks, raw talent, and authentic voice has made him one of Broadway's brightest rising stars. Born on March 9, 1997 in Louisville, Kentucky, Noah developed a love for the arts early in life. Growing up, he was captivated by music and theater, spending countless hours performing in school productions and refining his natural stage presence. His passion eventually took him to New York City, where he pursued a professional career that would place him on some of the biggest stages in the world. His breakthrough came with Disney's Broadway hit Frozen, where he played Kristoff. Stepping into such an iconic role was no small task, but Noah's charisma and warmth brought fresh life to the beloved character. Audiences and critics alike praised his ability to balance humor, tenderness, and sincerity on stage. His performance proved that he had the star power to lead major productions while also connecting deeply with viewers who saw themselves in his portrayal. Beyond his Broadway success, Noah has also appeared in television and film projects, showcasing his versatility as an actor determined to make his mark across different mediums. Openly identifying as a member of the LGBTQ+ community, Noah has used his visibility to encourage others to live truthfully. He frequently shares personal reflections about the importance of self-acceptance and the need for authentic representation in the arts. Do you think seeing openly queer actors in leading roles can help break stereotypes about love and identity in mainstream media? His willingness to embrace both vulnerability and confidence makes him a relatable figure for fans who are navigating their own journeys of identity. Outside of acting, Noah has also leaned into his role as an advocate. He uses social media not only to connect with fans, but to highlight causes such as LGBTQ+ rights, inclusivity in entertainment, and mental health awareness. His voice resonates with younger audiences who are hungry for representation and reassurance that they are not alone. Handsome, articulate, and deeply committed to his craft, Noah Ricketts stands as proof that authenticity and artistry can go hand in hand. Still in his 20s, Noah's career is only beginning, but his presence already signals a shift in what leading men can look like. By being himself on stage and off, he challenges old molds and inspires a new generation to step into the spotlight without fear. Ryan Jamal Swain. Ryan Jamal Swain is a gifted black actor and dancer whose charm, handsome looks, and fearless authenticity have made him a standout voice in entertainment. Born on March 13, 1994 in Birmingham, Alabama, Ryan grew up in a single-parent household where resilience and ambition were instilled early. He found refuge in the arts, particularly dance and theater, which allowed him to express emotions and dreams that went beyond the limitations of his environment. His undeniable passion led him to study at Howard University and eventually the British American Drama Academy in Oxford, sharpening his craft and preparing him for an international stage. Ryan's breakthrough came with FX's Pose 2018, where he portrayed Damon Richards, a young black gay dancer navigating the struggles of identity acceptance and ambition within New York's iconic ballroom culture of the 1980s and 1990s. His performance was praised for its vulnerability and energy, capturing the hopes and hardships of a queer youth striving for recognition in a world that often rejected him. Through Damon, Ryan not only delivered artistry, but also represented a generation of LGBTQ+ individuals who had long been invisible on screen. Do you believe characters like Damon help audiences better understand the resilience of queer communities who fought for love and survival? Beyond his on-screen success, Ryan Jamal Swain has embraced his role as an advocate. Openly gay, he speaks passionately about the importance of visibility and representation for queer black men. He uses his platform to inspire young people to embrace their truth, encouraging them to reject fear and shame. His activism extends to mental health awareness, a cause he champions after openly discussing his own struggles and the importance of healing within marginalized communities. Ryan is also celebrated for his presence in the fashion world, often turning heads with bold, stylish choices that reflect his confidence and individuality. He embodies the idea that artistry is not confined to one medium. Whether through acting, dance, or self-expression, he continually pushes boundaries. Handsome, articulate, and uncompromisingly authentic Ryan Jamal Swain represents a new generation of actors who understand that storytelling is a form of activism. Though his career is still unfolding, Ryan has already left a lasting mark. His performances remind audiences that visibility saves lives, and his journey stands as proof that talent fused with honesty can change both culture and hearts. Dylan Burnside. Dylan Burnside is a magnetic black actor, singer, and dancer whose combination of striking looks and fearless artistry has made him one of the most inspiring young voices in Hollywood. Born on January 27, 1989 in Pensacola, Florida, he grew up surrounded by music, singing in church choirs and performing in local groups before eventually pursuing a career in entertainment. His early years were marked by discipline and creativity, which laid the foundation for the multi-talented performer he would become. Dylan's breakthrough came with FX's groundbreaking series Pose, 2018-2021, where he played Ricky Evangelista, a young dancer navigating love, ambition, and identity within New York's ballroom culture. The show, set during the AIDS crisis of the 1980s and 1990s, was historic for featuring the largest transgender cast ever assembled for a scripted series. Burnside's portrayal of Ricky was praised for its sensitivity and depth, offering audiences a complex and deeply human queer character. His role not only showcased his acting range, but also affirmed his status as one of the most handsome and authentic rising stars in the industry. Openly gay, Dylan has consistently used his platform to advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility and inclusion in media. He has spoken candidly about his own experiences, emphasizing the importance of living authentically and the responsibility artists have to reflect diverse stories. Do you think shows like Pose can change hearts and minds by showing queer love and struggle with honesty and beauty? His willingness to be vulnerable has made him a role model for younger generations who are still searching for representation that mirrors their reality. Beyond television, Dylan Burnside has also appeared on Broadway, including the acclaimed musical Memphis, and has built a strong career as a musician. His soulful voice and commanding stage presence allow him to connect with audiences beyond the screen, blending music and storytelling in ways that highlight his versatility. He continues to write and record music that reflects his journey, further expanding his artistic reach. Handsome, charismatic, and unapologetically himself, Dylan Burnside represents a generation of performers who refuse to be boxed in by stereotypes. His artistry is inseparable from his advocacy, and together they form a legacy of resilience, creativity, and truth. Whether on stage, on screen, or in song, he proves that authenticity is the most powerful role an actor can play. Tessa Thompson. Tessa Thompson is one of the most captivating actresses of her generation, combining stunning looks, immense talent, and a fearless commitment to authenticity. Born on October 3, 1983 in Los Angeles, California, she carries a rich cultural background with African American and Mexican ancestry, which has deeply influenced her worldview and approach to her craft. From an early age, Tessa showed an interest in performance, eventually studying at Santa Monica College, where she began developing the skills that would make her a standout in Hollywood. Her career breakthrough came with the indie film Dear White People 2014, where she played Samantha White, a role that displayed both her wit and her ability to bring depth to socially charged narratives. Soon after, she gained international recognition in Ryan Coogler's Creed 2015, alongside Michael B. Jordan playing Bianca, a role that she reprised in the blockbuster sequels. Tessa further cemented her status as a star by joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok 2017, becoming one of the first openly queer superheroes in the franchise. Her performance was celebrated not only for its charisma, but for breaking barriers in representation. What makes Tessa's journey remarkable is her openness about her identity. While she has spoken about being attracted to both men and women, she avoids rigid labels, instead embracing fluidity as part of her truth. She has consistently emphasized the importance of telling diverse stories that reflect real human complexity. Do you think the presence of openly queer superheroes like Valkyrie can shift how mainstream audiences view love and identity? By normalizing such representation, Tessa challenges old Hollywood stereotypes and empowers fans worldwide to embrace who they are. Outside of blockbusters, Tessa Thompson continues to work in critically acclaimed projects like Westworld and If Beale Street Could Talk 2018, where her performances earned widespread praise. She has also been a strong advocate for inclusion in the film industry, pushing for more roles for women, people of color, and LGBTQ+ artists. Her advocacy off-screen is as impactful as her roles on-screen, proving that she sees her platform as a tool for real cultural change. Handsome, magnetic, and uncompromisingly authentic Tessa Thompson represents the new face of Hollywood One, where talent, truth, and representation come together. She is not just acting in stories. She is reshaping the narrative of what is possible for future generations of performers. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox is a groundbreaking actress, producer, and activist whose beauty, talent, and courage have made her one of the most iconic Black figures in entertainment. Born on May 29, 1972 in Mobile, Alabama, she grew up in a modest household where her early interest in dance and performance provided an outlet for self-expression. Facing bullying as a child for not conforming to traditional gender roles, Laverne found refuge in the arts, studying dance at the Alabama School of Fine Arts, before continuing her training in New York. Those experiences laid the foundation for a career that would not only make history, but also change the way the world views trans representation. Her breakthrough came in 2013 with Netflix's Orange is the New Black, where she portrayed Sophia Bursay, a transgender woman navigating life inside a women's prison. Laverne's performance was both tender and powerful, earning her an Emmy nomination and making her the first openly transgender person ever nominated for a Primetime Emmy in an acting category. The role resonated worldwide, offering audiences an authentic and nuanced depiction of a trans character at a time when such representation was almost non-existent. What set Laverne apart was not just her talent, but her bravery in living openly. She became a visible face of the transgender community, using her platform to highlight issues such as discrimination, violence, and lack of access to healthcare. Do you think visibility alone is enough to create real change, or must it always be combined with activism and policy? Laverne has always believed that media representation must be paired with advocacy to shift culture in a lasting way. Beyond acting, she has produced documentaries like Disclosure 2020, which examines Hollywood's portrayal of trans lives throughout history. She has also spoken at universities, appeared on magazine covers, and received numerous awards for her activism, including recognition from GLAAD and Time magazine, which named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. Handsome in spirit, elegant in appearance, and unapologetically authentic. Laverne Cox represents the power of resilience. She has broken barriers for both Black and transgender performers, creating space for others to step into the spotlight without fear. Her career is proof that artistry and advocacy can go hand in hand, and her legacy will remain a cornerstone in the ongoing fight for equality and visibility in entertainment and beyond. Billy Porter. Billy Porter is a force of nature, an actor, singer, director, and fashion icon whose striking looks and fearless authenticity have redefined what it means to be a Black gay man in Hollywood. Born on September 21, 1969 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Billy grew up in a deeply religious household where his early interest in performance often clashed with societal expectations. Yet instead of letting those obstacles silence him, he pursued his passion with unwavering determination, studying at the prestigious Carnegie Mellon School of Drama. His breakthrough came on Broadway with Kinky Boots 2013, where he played Lola, a fierce drag queen who helps a struggling shoe factory reinvent itself. The role earned him the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical, and later a Grammy for the cast recording. Billy's electrifying performance, blending humor, vulnerability, and glamour, cemented him as one of theater's most magnetic stars. But he did not stop there. He carried his momentum to television with FX's Pose 2018 to 2021. As Pray Tell, the charismatic MC of New York's ballroom scene, Billy delivered one of the most powerful performances of his career, winning the Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. With that win, he made history as the first openly gay Black man to achieve the honor. Billy Porter's impact extends far beyond the stage and screen. Known for his bold, gender-defying fashion on red carpets, such as his iconic tuxedo gown at the 2019 Oscars, he has challenged outdated ideas of masculinity and brought queer visibility into mainstream culture. Do you think fashion can be as powerful as film and television in challenging stereotypes and sparking conversations about identity? For Billy, every outfit is a political statement, a declaration that self-expression is power. In addition to performing, Billy is a passionate advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and social justice. He has spoken openly about living with HIV since 2007, using his story to fight stigma and encourage compassion. His honesty has inspired countless fans, proving that vulnerability can coexist with strength. Handsome, charismatic, and unapologetically authentic Billy Porter stands as one of the most influential artists of our time. He has broken barriers not only for himself but for the countless young queer performers who now see a future in which their truth is celebrated rather than hidden. His legacy is one of courage, artistry, and the refusal to ever be placed in a box. Colman Domingo. Colman Domingo is an acclaimed Black actor, playwright, and director whose striking looks, commanding presence, and authenticity have made him one of the most respected figures in contemporary entertainment. Born on November 28, 1969 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he discovered early on that storytelling was his calling. After graduating from Temple University with a journalism degree, Coleman redirected his focus to theater, where his unique voice and passion for exploring complex narratives began to shine. He first gained wide recognition on Broadway with Passing Strange 2008, and later The Scottsboro Boys 2010, where his powerful performances earned him nominations and critical praise. In film, Coleman built a reputation for portraying layered, unforgettable characters. His work in Selma 2014 highlighted his ability to bring historical figures to life, while Ma Rainey's Black Bottom 2020 showcased his talent alongside the late Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis. More recently, his haunting performance as Allie in HBO's Euphoria won him an Emmy Award in 2022, solidifying his place among television's finest talents. What makes Coleman's career so inspiring is not only his versatility, but also his openness about being a proud gay man. In an industry where many still feel pressure to hide their truth, he has spoken candidly about his journey and the importance of representation for queer black men. His authenticity has given audiences characters that feel real, multidimensional, and deeply human. Do you think the presence of openly gay actors like Coleman makes it easier for young performers to live truthfully in Hollywood? His example suggests that honesty is not a barrier to success, but a foundation for it. Beyond acting, Coleman Domingo is also a respected playwright and director, committed to telling stories that amplify marginalized voices. His plays often explore themes of race, sexuality, and community, ensuring that experiences often overlooked in mainstream narratives are brought center stage. He has also taken on mentorship roles, guiding emerging artists and stressing the importance of inclusion in the arts. Handsome, articulate, and endlessly versatile Coleman Domingo embodies what it means to be both artist and advocate. His career proves that resilience and talent can coexist with vulnerability, and that true greatness comes from embracing every part of who you are. Whether on stage, screen, or behind the scenes, he continues to leave an indelible mark on entertainment and culture. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith is one of the most recognizable young black stars of his generation, handsome, daring, and unafraid to challenge convention. Born on July 8, 1998 in Malibu, California to actors Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, Jaden grew up in the public eye. From an early age, he showed a strong interest in acting and music, debuting alongside his father in The Pursuit of Happiness, 2006. By his teenage years, he had already headlined major films such as The Karate Kid, 2010, and After Earth, 2013, proving that he had the charisma and discipline to stand on his own. As he matured, Jaden began carving out a unique space in the entertainment industry, blending acting, rapping, and fashion into a singular artistic identity. He launched his clothing line MSFTS Rep, which celebrates individuality and non-conformity, often featuring gender-fluid designs that blur traditional boundaries. His bold red carpet look, skirts, dresses, and experimental styles challenged the narrow definitions of masculinity in Hollywood. Jaden has spoken openly about being fluid in his attractions and identity, refusing to be boxed in by labels. This openness has sparked meaningful conversations among fans and critics alike about how the next generation views sexuality and self-expression. His music career has further amplified his message. With albums like Sire 2017 and Eris 2019, Jaden combines introspective lyrics with an experimental sound, making him a voice for young people navigating love, mental health, and authenticity. In interviews, he has often credited his willingness to live authentically as the foundation for his artistry. Do you think young celebrities like Jaden, who refuse to conform to labels, are paving the way for a more accepting and inclusive future in entertainment? Beyond art, Jaden is also an activist. He co-founded Just Water, a sustainable water company aimed at reducing plastic waste, and he has been involved in philanthropic work, including efforts to provide clean water to communities in need. His advocacy for environmental justice runs parallel to his fight for self-expression, showing that he sees fame as a platform for change. Handsome, fearless, and unapologetically himself, Jaden Smith is more than a celebrity kid turned star, he is a cultural disruptor. By embracing fluidity and pushing boundaries, he embodies a new era of artistry where authenticity is the ultimate measure of success. His journey proves that beauty lies not just in appearance, but in the courage to live without limits. Caleb McLaughlin. Caleb McLaughlin is one of the youngest and most handsome black actors to achieve international recognition in recent years, capturing hearts with his talent, charisma, and authenticity. Born on October 13, 2001 in Carmel, New York, Caleb grew up with a love for performing that was evident from an early age. He studied dance at the Harlem School of the Arts, under the guidance of Broadway veteran Aubrey Lynch, a training ground that gave him discipline, confidence, and stage presence. His first major break came on Broadway, where he starred as young Simba in The Lion King, showcasing his ability to command attention even as a child. His true rise to fame came with Netflix's Stranger Things 2016 present, where he plays Lucas Sinclair. The series, a global phenomenon, made Caleb a household name before he was even 18. Handsome, stylish, and full of energy, his portrayal of Lucas added depth and relatability to the group of young protagonists. The role not only highlighted his acting chops but also opened doors to Hollywood opportunities and global fan recognition. He became one of the few young black actors to achieve such massive visibility at an early age. Despite his success, Caleb has used his platform for more than fame. He has spoken openly about the challenges he faced with racism, including moments when fans treated him differently from his white co-stars. Instead of shying away from the conversation, he addressed it with maturity and honesty, encouraging young people to embrace self-love and confidence. Do you think it's important for young stars like Caleb to speak openly about issues like racism and inclusivity, even when they risk criticism? His bravery shows how younger generations are leading change in Hollywood. Although Caleb has not publicly identified as gay, he has been a vocal ally of the LGBTQ+ community, using his influence to support messages of acceptance and equality. His presence reminds audiences that representation is not only about sexuality, but also about who chooses to stand with marginalized communities. Off-screen, he has launched campaigns such as #EmbraceYourFace and #BeYourBiggestFan to encourage self-acceptance among youth. At just his early 20s, Caleb McLaughlin is already more than an actor, he is a role model. His journey reflects how a young black performer can rise from Broadway to global stardom while staying grounded and purposeful. Handsome, authentic, and driven Caleb continues to inspire millions, proving that talent shines brightest when paired with courage and integrity. Kylan Rambo. Kylan Rambo is a talented and handsome young black actor whose charm and versatility have earned him recognition in both television and film. Born on January 8, 1996 in Los Angeles, California, he was drawn to storytelling and performance from an early age. His natural charisma and confidence led him to pursue acting, starting with appearances in commercials and small television roles that highlighted his ability to connect with audiences. With his youthful looks and undeniable presence, Kylan soon began to stand out among his peers. His most notable breakthrough came with MTV's hit supernatural drama Teen Wolf, where he played Mason Hewitt. As Mason, Kylan portrayed one of the first openly gay characters in the series, a best friend to Liam Dunbar, and a figure of loyalty, humor, and strength. His performance was celebrated for bringing authenticity to a role that was both entertaining and meaningful, especially for LGBTQ+ viewers who rarely saw themselves represented in mainstream teen dramas. The character of Mason was not reduced to stereotypes. Instead, he was multidimensional, relatable, and integral to the show's storyline, which elevated Kylan's profile in Hollywood. Kylan Rambo's work on Teen Wolf opened doors to further opportunities in film and television, and he became admired for his willingness to take on roles that pushed the conversation forward. While Kylan has not publicly identified as gay himself, his portrayal of Mason and his outspoken support for LGBTQ+ rights earned him respect as an ally. Do you think it matters whether an actor personally shares their character's identity, or is the power of the performance what truly counts? His example shows how representation can be impactful regardless of personal labels when approached with sincerity and respect. Beyond acting, Kylan has shown a commitment to using his platform responsibly. He has spoken in interviews about the importance of diversity in Hollywood, particularly for young actors of color who deserve to see themselves in a variety of roles. His advocacy extends into community work and charitable initiatives, demonstrating that his influence is not limited to the screen. Handsome, dedicated, and authentic Kylan Rambo continues to inspire fans who admire both his talent and his integrity. By bringing characters like Mason Hewitt to life, he has contributed to a larger cultural shift in how LGBTQ+ stories are told on television. His journey reflects the evolving nature of Hollywood, where inclusion and representation are no longer exceptions, but expectations. Asante Black. Asante Black is one of the most exciting young black actors of his generation. Handsome, charismatic, and unafraid to tackle stories that carry deep social meaning. Born on October 20th, 2001 in Maryland, he grew up in a supportive family that nurtured his creativity. With an early love for performing, Asante quickly moved from school plays to more serious pursuits, demonstrating both natural talent and an emotional maturity beyond his years. His determination would soon earn him roles that placed him in the national spotlight. He first rose to prominence in 2019 with Ava DuVernay's Netflix miniseries When They See Us, a powerful retelling of the Central Park 5 case. As young Kevin Richardson, Asante delivered a heartbreaking performance that earned him critical acclaim and an Emmy nomination at just 17 years old, making him one of the youngest actors ever nominated. His ability to embody the pain, innocence, and resilience of a wrongfully accused teenager proved that he was not only a promising newcomer, but also an actor capable of carrying immense emotional weight on screen. After that success, Asante joined the acclaimed drama This Is Us, where he played Malik Hodges, a young father navigating life and love. The role showcased his versatility, balancing vulnerability with charm, and further established him as one of television's brightest rising stars. Through these projects, his handsome looks and natural presence resonated with audiences worldwide. While Asante has not publicly identified as gay, he has consistently voiced support for LGBTQ+ representation in media, aligning himself with a generation of artists who use their platforms to encourage inclusivity. Do you think young allies like Asante play just as important a role in advancing representation as actors who share those identities themselves? Outside of acting, Asante Black has also expressed his passion for activism. He often speaks about social justice issues, from racial equality to mental health awareness, highlighting the responsibility young artists have in shaping culture. His maturity and willingness to address difficult topics have made him a respected voice far beyond Hollywood. At only his early 20s, Asante Black has already achieved what many actors spend decades chasing: critical acclaim, major roles, and a reputation for integrity. Handsome, thoughtful, and deeply talented, he represents the future of Hollywood, one that demands truth, diversity, and authenticity. His journey is just beginning, but it is already clear that Asante is destined to leave a lasting impact on both the industry and the culture it reflects. The journeys of these 20 young, handsome black actors who proudly embrace their truth prove that authenticity is not a weakness, it's a revolution. They are not only changing Hollywood, but also reshaping how the world defines beauty, talent, and courage. Yet the question remains, are audiences truly ready to celebrate queer black excellence without bias? Or is there still resistance hiding beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us here on Legends of Black Excellence.